love how we were like, sorry, David Lynch, that you got bumped.
He'll come back.
He'll
Don't
come
worry,
back.
He's waiting.
He will.
That's him in the corner. That's him in the spotlight.
That's
losing to Val Kilmer.
Just
Val
this once.
Kilmer.
Well, it's appropriate because Val Kilmer wanted to do, like, had to turn down Blue Velvet because he was doing a show. And yeah, he was asked, and he said, I really regret doing that. I said, really wanted to work with him. So this is kind of appropriate. This is like,
so he would have been
we'll
Jeffrey, I assume?
Yeah, I imagine.
Oh my god, imagine.
Yeah, which is like, I'm not sad that it cut Kyle.
Because
like,
Kyle
like,
is
Kyle's
perfect.
Kale is perfect.
Yeah. He does that, like, wide-eyed, innocent so well, in a way that is so destructive when it is destroyed.
Yeah, he gets David Lynch in a really special way.
Yeah.
That I think is good
They're
for
like,
both of them, but
they're
like,
twinning.
God.
But I want a universe where I can watch both of those movies.
Yeah.
I want both editions.
I want the Kilmer cut.
Yeah,
that
I want release the Kilmer
That
cut.
would be my, like, extremely hyper-specific superpower, would be, like, I have access to alternate timelines, but only so I can see alternative casting decisions in movies.
For movies, yeah.
So that we can see our Tom Cruise Val Kilmer casting of Point Break. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yes! Anytime it's like, oh, so-and-so almost played this role in this movie, I'm like, I'm a firm believer in the, like, branching pathways way of thinking of life. It's like every time you make a decision, it's just like...
sliding doors, man.
You know. Yeah, it's all sliding doors, and so I'm like, I want to be able to, like, just make the sliding doors transparent exclusively, but, like, I don't want to know anything else. I just want to watch the movies.
I want to open the sliding door, get past a DVD, and then close the door again.
Yeah, exactly.
To be clear, this version
and
of
then
Point Break, sorry to delay us.
Blockbuster. No, I'll just cut this into the opening, because I want this to be in the opening.
Awesome.
This version of Point Break is not a thing that almost actually happened. This is an imaginary Point Break that we decided we wanted.
I will explain. Okay, so
like,
I have to explain.
Yeah, let's start. Let's flip
the episode, and then I have to explain the imaginary Point Break.
Yes, we can explain the imaginary Point Break in case I forget and accidentally cut this part out. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, you ever make yourself laugh with your own funny noise?
Frequently.
Hello, beloved listeners, and welcome to Sneople at the Movies. That's right, that's what they call it. Watch it now on Movie. Oh my god. Okay, welcome to Sneople at the fucking Movies.
just going straight into it.
Yeah, yeah, keep that too. Film criticism by people who actually like film. Join us as we delve into movies we love, movies we respect, and movies we wish we could unsee. From the kids who are sorry they fucked you over, it's Sneople at the Movies. I'm Maddie.
I'm Ezra.
And I'm Helena.
It's a wild and loose one today. I woke up from a nap fairly recently. So.
Which again, I feel like Val Kilmer would appreciate. He was a man who's, at least on screen, always seemed to have a bit of a wild side. Welcome to the Val Kilmer Memorial episode of Sneople at the Movies.
This is the first episode.
You, Val.
Yes, this is the first episode we're recording since he passed away last week. Which thankfully I heard the news after I had finished streaming with Ben, because I think if I had heard the news live on air, it would have been pretty hard for me to be to put on a show. That was one of the ones where I heard the news and I was like, this is I'm gonna remember this. Because I was talking with Leia recently about, like, I remember where I was when, oh my god, when Leonard Nimoy died. I was at my stupid job, like, on the floor, and one of my coworkers told me, and I was like, bro, I'm working right now, I can't deal with this.
I was literally at a diner in Vancouver when that happened, and someone was like, just mentioned it offhand, and I was like, what?
Excuse
me?
You can't just say that.
It's like how I found out about Sondheim when I was, like, literally on the subway because I checked Slack.
Yeah.
And someone posted his obit in the Slack at work, and I was just like, "Oy."
Yeah. I don't remember specifically where I was when I learned he passed away, but I remember very soon after I was staying with my folks. And that was when I actually, like, processed that he was dead, because my dad and I had, like, a very emotional conversation on the couch, because he's obviously, as I have brought up before, he is also an actor, and has, like, put on some of his shows for, like, high school. And so I got my love of Sondheim from him, and then he and I both got misty-eyed, and then my stepmom was like, "What are you guys emotional about?" Not like that, but she was like, "I just don't like she just didn't get it because she hates musicals." So she was like,
"Right,
is this, like, what is this?" She just doesn't know who he is, and I was like, "No, I need you to understand."
Like, no, this is a big one, okay?
The gravity of what's happened.
This guy from Company!
I don't remember, I think I must have just been at home, because it was when I was in my, like, shitty, basement bedroom. Because I was like, okay, well, I want to pick a Sondheim show, and most of them, like, I was like, I need to sit down with an original cast album, but most of these are, like, too painful, which is how I ended up sitting on my floor and sobbing through the entirety of Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Because that was the only one that wasn't gonna, like, actually make me freak out.
Yeah, no, sorry,
it's funny, you should laugh at me. This is hilarious. I was like, everything else I can think of is gonna be, like, too much of a
genuinely
wrench.
Very upsetting. Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, like, fully just sobbing my way through Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. On that note, the Merrily Roll Along pro shot, I think, is going to be shown in theaters.
Hey,
I do believe.
I've actually never
put that out there.
Listened to or watched that show, so maybe that was a good chance.
Yes. Okay. Join Helen and I in the Merrily We Roll Along defense squad.
I know
it doesn't really need defending anymore.
Sure,
but
not
whatever.
Anymore.
It did for a long time,
at one point.
And I was defending it.
Listen, once a defender, always a defender. Yeah, it's been acquired by Sony Pictures Classics.
Oh, sick.
So they're going to do that at some point. So keep an eye out. Anyway, this is an episode about Val Kilmer.
This is an episode about Val Kilmer.
We already did the Sondheim episode. We're not doing that one again. Maybe we don't need to do it again right now.
45 seconds away from just turning into a Sondheim podcast.
Doing a Sondheim episode, but
is true.
This one's for Val.
So the thing that I was
touched our hearts in a variety of ways. Go ahead.
Really did. The thing that I was the reason the joke about a version of Point Break starring Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise happened was because before I had seen Point Break, I thought that Patrick Swayze in that movie was Val Kilmer, because all large tanned blonde men look identical to me.
Which, once again, fucking imagine, even if it was just him and Keanu.
Yeah. And then I just went down an insane rabbit hole of, like, that would, like, look, I love Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
Another man we lost too soon.
Too soon. Very true. Val Kilmer would have tipped the bow. Like, I like Keanu Reeves in that movie. He would not have been able to balance out Val Kilmer in that role.
No.
So we were like,
Patrick Swayze is load bearing, but in a way that passes the buck back to Keanu that helps him, like, you know, he is supportive in a good way, and Val Kilmer would have just stolen the show.
Yeah. Z and I were talking to about this while I was on the clock today, by the way, and I was like, who is another brunette actor? Oh, okay, good. And so we were kings, yes. Anti-capitalist kings. I was like, who was around that time, like the brunette who was there in the 90s and would have been right for it? And I was just like,
talking about Point Break on Company time.
This is correct. All day, every day. And I was like, who would have done it? And I was like going through all these people, and I was like,
brunettes in the 90s,
guy, I don't like that one. Brunettes in the 90s. And then I literally, like, I think I mentally slapped myself. I was like, fucking Tom Cruise was around in the 90s.
Yeah.
He was around.
He was there.
He was definitely around. And he would have been, I think that is a role that would have worked for him.
Yeah, let's see. I think I'm just looking through the chat if I may share a little bit.
That would have been first Mission Impossible, so he would have been
Mission Impossible, but post Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So post first Oscar nomination.
Okay. They would have torn each other apart in a way that would have destroyed critical infrastructure in LA. It would have been incredible. Anyway.
I'm waiting for Maddie to find this thing in the chat.
Yeah, for some reason Nick Cage got brought up.
Oh yeah,
because I was like,
you were just thinking about
was half of the thing.
In the 90s.
He was young and hot.
Yeah,
I was like brunettes in the 90s, but I was like the combination of Nick Cage and Val Kilmer would that's unthinkable. Like it's beautiful to think about, but unthinkable. Top Gun 86.
Yeah.
Okay, so they would have already worked together. Also.
Yeah, 86.
Yeah. It would have been.
The vibes would have still been there.
Top Gun reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Top Gun reunion. This time they do fuck.
Yeah.
But not.
This time they get closer to fucking.
Yeah. Let me.
They do.
If I might read a couple lines here, I can cut these out if you guys will stop doing that. But
no, go ahead. I don't care.
No, you're fine. Please.
Nick Cage, but Nick and Val together would have been crazy. Daniel Day-Lewis, I don't know if he'd thrive in this kind of role. Ezra, Nick Cage 100% over Daniel Day-Lewis, but that would be a very different movie. And then a single minute later, Helena, wait, I'm an idiot. Tom was available. And then scream no for real, they would have burned down some critical part of LA infrastructure.
I like how I say Tom was available as if I knew what his schedule was like back then.
Looking through his day book from 91.
Let me look at this man's filmography. And
what was he doing? What was he doing?
Well, he was. So this was. Hang on. I'm looking into it. Excuse my clickety clacking. This was Point Break was 91.
Okay.
He did Born on the 4th of July was 89. Days of Thunder was 1990.
Okay.
And then Far and Away was 1992. So this is this would have been maybe it was too close.
He could have threaded the needle.
I'm not saying he was actually offered the role. I'm just saying that it might have been too similar to Days of Thunder. He was starting to get more serious, because it's he does Rain Man and then he does Born on the 4th of July. I think that speaks for itself. And then, I mean, it's seriously
the Point Break
homoerotic.
episode never came out. We don't know our opinions on Point Break.
Listen, that's true.
Oh yeah, shit, the Lost.
I forgot about that. But then he's doing Far and Away. He's doing A Few Good Men. He does The Firm, and so he's trending towards more serious roles, and rather than kind of action stuff. But then he does Interview with the Vampire in 94, so what the fuck do I know?
Yeah. Know something bonkers?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I think Rain Man might be the first Tom Cruise movie I ever saw.
You see, I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
My dad likes Rain Man, and this was one of the ones where it was we got he was oh, I brought this home from the library because I want my offspring to have a well-rounded film education or whatever. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at it, I'm I definitely have seen Rain Man a really long time ago.
Yeah.
To the point where I forgot that was Tom Cruise, because I don't think I knew who Tom Cruise was when I saw that movie.
There's no way the first Top Gun was my first Tom Cruise movie. I'm going back in my mind, trying to remember what the first one I saw was. And I don't think I saw a Mission Impossible until I was older.
I know what mine was, for sure.
So I think it was when it might have been Minority Report. I might have watched Minority Report with my dad. It was either a Mission Impossible, a Minority Report, or me watching Top Gun as an adult, which, if that is true, that's fucking crazy that it took me that long to watch a Tom Cruise movie. Anyway.
I saw Interview with the Vampire when I was 8 years old.
Well, we know that. That's Helen. That's constant Helena lore.
That's lore, so that would have been mine.
Yeah.
I love when my friends say things that, like, it's not like I haven't heard that before, but I just go, there are things that just go, oh, okay, yeah, that's why you're like that. And that's one of those reasons. It's
Listen, that was a life-changing experience for all of us.
The first R-rated movie I ever saw was Billy Elliot, and I feel like that also makes sense.
I literally
and mine was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh man! So do we want
Val though?
Do we want to get our sneaks out of the way so we can talk about the man of the hour?
Yeah, they're pretty short this time, so we'll hop right in. I started watching Val's, and then I got distracted, I think. Because we were also doing Lynch homework before we pivoted.
Yes.
I rewatched Heat, rewatched Mission Impossible 1, watched Blue Velvet for the first time. The three of us watched the Twin Peaks pilot, and then I followed that up by watching the Psych parody of Twin Peaks when I ate dinner that night. Which is surprisingly good. I always enjoyed it, but watching them back to back, I was like, wow, this really is Twin Peaks, isn't it? And then I've just been watching Psych again, just kind of on and off, as I do.
Nice.
Mood.
Yeah, that's me.
I went to go see Black Bag in the theater. Helena, thanks for the recommendation. That was delightful.
You are welcome.
Had a great time. I love Tom Burke so much. I never even really watched the shitty, it's not shitty. I never even really watched the, like, slightly goofy, BBC Three Musketeers show or whatever.
To be clear,
I watched a few episodes
it's not
of it.
good.
It's not good. I watched a few episodes of it, and I love him so much. He's great in this movie. Everyone's great in this movie.
So good.
Go see it. It's like 94 minutes. It's delicious.
Beautiful stuff.
I had a great time. I also almost missed it because I thought that the time show was at 5:45 and it was at 5:25, and so I ran up to ran into the Pickford, looked at the thing, went, balls. There's nobody in line, ran up to the counter, and I was like, hey, Steve who works at the Pickford, has Black Bag started yet? I fucked up. And he's like, no, I think the trailers are, like, just ending. I know you're, like, I don't even need to see your member card. I know you. Like, I love living in a small town.
Shout out to Steve from the Pickford.
Yeah, shout out to Steve, the projectionist of the Pickford. Sorry I accidentally stole one of the volunteer name badges, like, several years ago and never gave it back.
Wow, confessional.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it's Val Kilmer movie time, and I couldn't emotionally deal with Tombstone.
Yeah.
Listen, I got you.
I was like, I can't do Tombstone. But I was like, well, I have Disney Plus, so I watched Willow, which we can talk about later. Had a good time with that, and then my roommate was like, hey, do you want to try watching Only Murders in the Building again? Which I've started, like, 4 times, gone, I really like this show, and then did that thing where I just, like, stop watching television shows halfway through.
Mood.
My life is littered with unfinished television shows. It's hilarious.
Harry Locke, I always give up on things halfway
I'm enjoying
through.
that. I'm enjoying that, and it's really making me look forward to the annual Prince of Egypt watch for more Steve Martin and Martin Short moments. They're so funny. Also, no, I need to drag myself for a moment. You know what I realized?
What's that?
My work wardrobe is just the outfits that they have Steve Martin in Only Murders in the Building.
So fucking funny.
Like, I was just like, I was like, oh, it's a nice sweater, and I went, man. Ezra, you basically own that sweater.
They filmed that show just a block away from where I work right now, actually.
No shit. Oh, that's really
funny.
So
maybe I'll stop and see them sometime and be like, hey, my friend Ezra, where's that sweater?
It's just like, my friend Ezra's gonna find a way to steal your sweater collection.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd fit,
my
but
way
we'll
in there.
see. Okay, yeah, and that's it. That's it for me.
That's it?
Oh, wait, no, you know what? I also, I watched the documentary Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat. I don't think I talked about that last time.
How was that?
It was different.
Okay.
It's very... it's very confident in its stylistic choices.
Mm-hmm.
And they're executed very, like, consistently and kind of intensely. And it was a little bit too it was less like narrative-y than I expected it to be, and kind of more like it was just kind of visually overwhelming.
Right.
Like, it looked really good, but I was really not having a good day. And I, like, straight up was like, cool. And then my, like, blood sugar crashed, like, 3/4 of the way through, and it's really long. Like, it is really long for a documentary, so I probably, like, I think I, like, didn't, I think we, like, turned it off before the last, like, 15 minutes or something. I probably won't go back and watch it again, but it's very... I'd never seen a documentary like it, so it would be... I'd say it's probably worth it to watch, like, the first, like, half an hour and see if you're into it, but yeah, I don't feel bad if you're not. It's a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, I don't really... I don't care that much about jazz, sorry. I like it, but it's just, like, not my favorite musical movement of all time.
Maybe I'll recommend it to my mama.
Yeah, I think if you're a big if you're interested in, like, old school jazz, I don't know. I was very interested in the history, but, like, it just was really visually overstimulating. I think is what I'll say. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's for me.
I rewatched Spider-Man because I can.
Which Spider-Man?
Right. The best one. The first one. The Sam Raimi.
There we go. Thank
Spider-Man.
you. I figured, but
you know, I have it on DVD, and I brought the DVDs with me this time. Last time I was in Portland, so I was just, you know, watching them again. And I had a, like, lovely evening with myself and Tobey Maguire. It was great.
Yeah.
Was really feeling it. We are in, as some of you may have guessed, countdown to Final Reckoning Lockdown, in which I watch one of the Mission Impossible movies every week, but, like, leading up to the release of Final Reckoning. I have rewatched the first Mission Impossible movie so far, and I have watched the second Mission Impossible movie so far. Next week, I just might watch the third Mission Impossible movie.
Oh my god.
It's shocking, I know. Very excited about this. Very happy to be revisiting my friend. It's been, so long. It's been like 3 months since I last watched a Mission Impossible movie. So this will be really good for me to get that out of my system. Until 3 months from now, when I inevitably watch the Mission Impossible movies again. How long ago was this? Like 2 years ago? I was in Portland for the holidays, or during the summer, and maybe it was in April. I think it was in April. And Leia and I went to the Movie Madness sale, and I picked up a DVD of the 1979 Macbeth with Judi Dench and
I was
Ian McKellen.
Unspeakably jealous.
Right. It was a really good find because it's not that hard. It's very difficult to find, which is just like a filmed version, for those people who don't know, of the production that was, it was RSC, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on, clickety clack. Yeah. That is not really, like, there's not a whole lot going on with the set. If you studied Macbeth in high school, you probably watched it at some point, like scenes from it. It's very dark. There's not a lot happening, but it's just like actors just acting the shit out of it. It features a very baby, very beautiful Roger Rees as Malcolm in one of the only, productions I've ever seen that retains that fucking Malcolm and Macduff scene.
And it is the best version of that scene. I've seen Macbeth like an insane number of times, and that is the best one.
But while I was watching it, I was like obviously I know Macbeth is good. Because it's Macbeth. But when I was watching it, it's just that thing that happens when you watch a bunch of just extremely good actors just act the shit out of something where you're like, wow, this is really, it's like I'm discovering it for the first time. This is so good. This is like kind of the original text on murder.
You should watch this version specifically because one of the most insane things I've ever seen on screen is Ian McKellen producing flop sweat on command.
Yeah,
like
and
it's
close to vomit.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, and Judi Dench does something that for her out damn spot monologue that like literally gave me chills. I was like, am I about to be killed right now?
Yeah.
She's anyway, she's Judi Dench. Everyone knows she's great. But please watch it if you can. It's very good. I was gonna say something. Oh, Ian McDermott is in it as well.
Yeah, he is.
Who some of you might know as Emperor Palpatine, Chancellor Palpatine. And he plays the porter. And I was kind of like watching that scene while I had people in the room, like my roommates, and I could tell that they were just like, what the fuck is happening? Because he's playing the porter with like a full Scottish brogue, and the porter, I mean, it's such a gremlin-y performance that he's giving. It's just so good. Anyway, Macbeth, watch it. And then I rewatched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang for obvious reasons. I rewatched Heat, which is just like, I had a fully cinematic experience for that. I turned the lights off in the living room. I was really feeling it. I was really, really feeling it.
Nice.
I was like, God damn, this is the best movie ever.
Yeah.
Kind of. And I rewatched Tombstone. Good. It's just so fucking good. And I rewatched Tombstone, which I haven't seen in a long time. And so we'll talk about that later as well. Which I had incredibly inappropriate thoughts about his tuberculosis-ridden.
I was gonna say his
self
sexy wax figurine aesthetic.
Oh my god,
That's it.
Really did it for me.
I know.
I was like, I'm sick. I'm a sick person.
He looks like he's in a wax museum, and I still would.
Yeah, it's like for me, the sickest thing, I was like, this is the most attractive I ever found him in anything. And that's what's really sad. But listen, he is.
Incredible.
I also watched Top Secret, which is the Zucker Brothers comedy that was his debut film that he did in '84.
Oh,
so we'll talk about that a little bit as well.
Yeah,
I had a great time. It was very, very stupid because it's a Zucker Brothers movie. So I was kind of at first I was like, wow, this is really, really stupid. But then I just started to appreciate the fucking infrastructure that went into all of the gags that they were doing. I was just like, you guys didn't have to do all of that. There's an underwater saloon fight where like,
hell yeah,
I can't even. We'll get into it, and maybe I'll share a clip of it.
That's
but I was
cinema,
like,
baby. That's
why did you guys? It's just incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Top Gun, but I did flip through it a little bit because I was like, I'm just gonna flip through Top Gun, and I probably do need to rewatch it. It's going to get the better of me. It's going to get under my skin because I was flipping through and was like, wow, this movie does look really, really good. It's got that going for it.
Watch Top Gun with me because the thing about me is that I've never actually seen Top Gun.
Oh,
because
hell yeah.
It is going to, like, I have to watch it with other people. It's one of those movies that I know I just will, like, trying to watch it by myself will make me go insane. I cannot articulate why, but it will.
This is fair enough.
I'm
happy to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because, yeah, it's a crazy, crazy movie. It's a crazy, crazy movie in every way. But that's pretty much it. That's all I've watched.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
I'm really glad that we did this because I'm very happy to... I did want to mention, we're not going to talk about it because I don't think any of us have seen it, but there was a film that Val Kilmer did called Spartan in the 2000s, which was a film that David Mamet directed and also wrote.
I did consider watching it, but I was like,
I have some friends who say it's really, really good. Like, I have some people who are like, it's actually kind of underrated. But the only reason that I want to bring it up is that someone shared some clips of Val Kilmer's DVD commentary from the film where he's just ethering David Mamet every chance he can get.
He is clotheslining that man.
Yeah, I was fucking
brutal.
Listening to that and like actively
hooting and hollering,
fist pumping.
Yeah,
like I fucking hate David Mamet so much.
He's an asshole.
He's such a horrible little man.
Yeah, like it's not that he's just like also kind of sometimes a bad writer. Like he's written good plays in the past, but like he's just a dick.
He's a huge dick. he wrote a couple of good plays and then, like, became somehow
and has been smoking that high ever since.
More of a raging misogynist than he had been. Like, that man hates women almost as much as he hates actors. He is a hater and not in a fun way. Anyway, this is not the David Mamet hate hour, although it absolutely
this
could
will
be.
never be. I mean, this will never be. We're never going to do an episode on David Mamet. But the thought is there.
No, I sorry,
in
Dad,
celebrating Val Kilmer, we are saying fuck you to David Mamet.
Yeah.
My
dad also was like, we're watching Glengarry Glen Ross, and we got like 2/3 of the way through this movie, and he was like, I don't remember it being this spiteful. Yeah. Because I was like, I'm sorry, I don't like this movie, and he was like, I don't remember it being this mean. And we didn't finish it.
The play. Yeah.
Good for him for being like, you know what? I'm not. This isn't good.
It is pretty funny that the revival is on Broadway right now, and some of the reviews have been like, wow, these people are really mean, and it seems like they don't like get any pushback from it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that is kind of the point of the play.
That is yeah.
It's understandable to be exhausted by it,
but
it's completely understandable to be like, oh yeah, it's exhausting, but that is kind of the point.
In fairness, it is doing what it says on the tin. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you gotta enjoy it, though. You can always really just be like, yeah, no, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but I don't gotta watch it.
I don't, but I know Kieran Culkin is in it, and I want to see it, but tickets are too expensive. It's okay. Maybe someone will hear my prayer, and they'll let me see it.
And just give you tickets, yeah.
And just give me tickets on the street. It's okay.
These tickets are for Helena Fisher-Welsh of the Sneople and the movies.
Yeah. Like, I heard your prayer on the Sneople episode. You muttered it very disconsolately. And I will, Actually, I'll talk to Bob because of course, now having met Bob Odenkirk, who's also in the show.
Right.
I can just wait around my previous place of employment where I met him and be like, Bob, hey.
Bobberino.
Hook me up.
Bobberino.
Can I get some comps, though?
Can I see you guys backstage after the show?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that'll happen. Anyway, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
A guy we love.
Truly a real one. We have on here thing that the really youngest person at the time to be accepted to Juilliard's drama division. That fucks.
Yeah, I was doing some little interesting notes and bits that from his basic biography scan. He was youngest person at the time to be accepted to Juilliard's drama division. A very talented singer, very talented dancer, which, I'm surprised, but I guess it makes sense, thinking about that they dubbed him in Prince of Egypt, but, it works. But, just, on that note, this thing that, the movie The Doors, which we didn't get a chance to see, but, I'm interested in.
Yes, I very much wanted to and wasn't able to fit it in my schedule.
Same, yeah. He was singing and he was so good at capturing what Jim Morrison's actual voice sounded like that some band members had trouble telling the difference between his voice and Jim Morrison's voice.
That's so fucking nuts.
Which is crazy.
I've heard the phrase "he looks more like Jim Morrison than Jim Morrison" more than once in reference to that movie.
Crying.
I
do want to see it.
I think my image of Jim Morrison, my mental image, I think is the poster from the movie, which is that's Val Kilmer.
That's Val Kilmer, but still.
I'm pretty sure when I think of The Doors, I've been thinking of stuff from the movie The Doors this whole time. And I like The Doors.
I think of the album art for their album The Doors.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's fair.
So that's what I see, but the resemblance is there. I get it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I was just thinking about his one man show where he played Mark Twain, Citizen Twain. Very cool.
Sorry, that joke is old.
His one man show where he played Mark Twain.
Oh, okay.
That he's done a few times. Yeah.
You realize for someone who's never heard of that before, to just drop that and move on is like, excuse me? And you're like, oh, well, obviously that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right. I'm sorry. That one's on me.
To be fair, I don't know much about it beyond that, but like all I know is like, you know, it sounds interesting, and I don't want to ruin the enigma of it by looking more into it.
By actually looking it up, no.
Yeah, don't tell me anything. I'm just enjoying the pun.
Sure.
Yeah. He dated Cher. He dated Leslie Ann Warren. He dated Cindy Crawford. He dated Angelina Jolie. He dated Daryl Hannah, and he dated Ellen Barkin. So, congratulations.
Holy shit.
Seriously. Can you
To Riz
imagine?
King.
Yeah.
No!
Like,
I mean, I get it, though.
wow.
Yeah!
I get it.
I would have been on that
It's the
list
thing.
if I could have been.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my name down.
Truly,
sure.
goddamn.
He, you know, obviously, like, I want to talk about this a little bit, like, part of the reason that he has this kind of reputation or aura about, like, he never really quite, after a certain point, had the career that people think that he deserved, like, the true, like, leading man movie star career that he kind of had going for him for a little while. And part of the reason for that was because he, quote unquote, gained a reputation of being difficult to work with, which, like, how many people can you say that about where it's been just bullshit? I mean, you know, being a little, which I was looking at quotes that have passed through in the past week or so since he passed, and like Cher saying that like he could be a brat, but you would love him for it anyway. Like he had that kind of attitude. The Spartan commentary is a good example of that, where he had very clear opinions about things and was not afraid to speak his mind about stuff, and that obviously like that unwillingness to play the game. He never campaigned for any Oscars for any of his roles. Like he just wasn't interested in doing any of that kind of, you know, that kind of nonsense that you do, quote unquote, have to do sometimes. Like you don't have to,
Sure.
but you can. So he was just not interested in it. So like all of that combined was kind of this thing where like he didn't, you know, quite get that career that people say he deserved. I think he has a pretty amazing fucking career though. Looking at it, I was like, God damn.
There is also a lot of stuff in there that people would categorize as schlock. There is a lot of incredible hits, but sometimes, like, I was looking through his IMDb and I was like, what is half this stuff, man?
Yeah. Check back with me once I managed to get my hands on the notably god-awful Island of Dr. Moreau. I want to
watch the Mars one, which I don't remember the name of, that I saw, that was... Hold on, I have to look this up, because the rating is so bad.
I mean, IMDb ratings, you can't trust them.
IMDb
Red
ratings
Planet.
Every time somebody brings them up, I'm like, why are you like IMDb ratings are just like
they're
the
not
only
real.
reason you should look at it is if you want to encounter the dumbest motherfuckers you've ever seen in your life.
Okay, but here's the thing. So Red Planet is a 2000 movie featuring Val Kilmer, Carrie Ann Moss, and Tom Sizemore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right.
Interesting.
And it bombed.
Interesting.
The film was a critical failure and a box office bomb, and is Hoffman's only feature film to date. A movie so bad it ended a directorial career.
Wowzer.
And I have to see it.
Yeah, this
surprised
is just morbid curiosity
that he worked with Tom Sizemore again, because that was the other thing. It was like, oh yeah, he looking at the list of movies that he was notably difficult on. It was like, yeah, he had a hard time working on Island of Dr. Moreau and like Heat, and I was like, because he's working with Marlon Brando and Tom Sizemore. He beefed with Marlon Brando and Tom Sizemore. I'm sorry, is that supposed to mean
anything?
It's Marlon Brando and Tom Sizemore. Of course he beefed with them. It's Marlon Brando.
I was gonna say
I beefed with fucking everybody.
I'm not gonna surprise. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna take his word to heart if someone's notably hard to work with. Marlon Brando, guy who starts shit. Yeah,
like he's an amazing actor, and also probably a psychopath a little bit.
Yeah.
But, like, who am I to say?
Stirrer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about that story all the time of I think he was working on The Bounty or something, and he was, like, hanging around one of the other guys in the cast, and I was, like, really becoming, like, really friendly with him, and this guy was, like, really chuffed because he's like, wow, Marlon Brando is, like, talking to me, and like, taking interest in me, and then all of a sudden he was, like, didn't speak to him ever again. Like, he came up to Marlon Brando was, like, completely just, like, ignored him. He was like, whoa, what the hell? What happened? And this other guy told him, it was like, oh, dude, he was just using you, like, hanging around you so he could get your accent for the movie.
What the fuck?
So, like,
That's
listen.
Bizarre.
But, you know, what works for some, I suppose you could say. Not something I would personally do.
Okay, I look up YouTube videos for accents, so that's fine.
That's what I do as well. But Marlon didn't have YouTube back then, so, you know.
Sure.
But they had tapes. They had tapes, I'm sure.
Yeah, they also had, like,
they didn't have
normal
tapes.
human interaction.
You could just do that. You could just not, like, stop talking to somebody cold turkey. Anyway. Marlon.
He also,
but yeah.
I will say, in his defense, I guess, apparently had a great relationship with Bobby De Niro and Al Pacino. So
yes, he did. And, like, Bobby was De Niro, my close personal friend, Bobby De Niro, was, like, one of the only people who could talk to him, pretty much, I think, when they did. There's a movie with him, I think, and Ed Norton that they did. It is a movie that they did in the 90s. It's a Frank Oz movie. And, like, he just pulled some crazy shit on that set, but De Niro was, like, one of the only people who could be like, well, you just gotta talk to him like this, and this, and Marlon, you do that. But, you know, like, he had his moments.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fair enough.
You know, anyway. But, yeah, I don't really trust when an actor is described that way necessarily as just the kind of vague, like, oh, difficult. That just doesn't seem right to me.
There's also been plenty of times where we've heard it goes both ways, right? Where, like, people say that and then it comes out enough where you're like, that you hear specific enough stories where you're like, that does sound like asshole behavior. And there's also times where you hear, like, a story and you're like, okay, that could be excused by someone's having a bad day and reacted poorly, to be fair, but also, like, I don't think that necessarily means they're an asshole. So it could go either way.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he wasn't an asshole, but we'll never know.
This is not what I have heard, but...
Yes. The comments he made on that movie commentary, though being made by a man who sucks, is also one of those things where it's like, you're really gonna do this on a movie commentary?
I love...
For a movie? That is kind of direct.
Like... no shit's good.
The brat energy is there.
Yeah. I mean, they put the warning before the movie of like, hey, by the way, the views expressed in this commentary do not represent the views of this studio, blah, 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 blah. And I always wondered why they put that warning in there, because I never really had any reason to be concerned about that.
Yeah, until...
And then I watched that clip, and then I was like, oh.
I wonder,
I see.
This is not true, but now I just, like, I've just had this thought of, like, wonder if they started doing that after this. It's like what
I cannot imagine, but still.
No, but imagine
it was helpful. I bet. Yeah. I'm sure they were glad they had it.
Mm-hmm. Like, whew, well, that's not our problem anymore. I could definitely I never really fully watched the last time I started Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with the commentary, my DVD skipped to the middle. I never finished it. I was definitely getting that vibe. It's the three of them. It's Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, and Shane Black together doing the commentary. Mm-hmm. And I was definitely getting the vibe of like, Val Kilmer is just like a little stinker, and he keeps making little interjections like a little stinker, and I was like, this is delightful. So I'll have to go back sometime and watch it with that again. Try all the way through. Now my brand new DVD that Maddie got me on eBay. Yeah. LOL.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Like immediately the same day, I was like,
yeah, because you were
DVD's broken.
You complained about it, and I was like, give me 5 minutes. What's your address again? I specifically found the like weird. You had like a French Canadian one or something, and I was like, I'll
because
get you that one.
I found the DVD in like a used bookstore in Toronto. And it happened to be it's the Canadian version, so it has it in
English and French. Yeah,
English and French on the front. So it didn't have to be that one, but it was kind of special that I did have that one, and I was eager to keep it. I found a really amusing document. I've been going through my old documents on my computer as I'm like transferring everything over onto my new one and finding a lot of stuff some records in college and stuff. And one of this was like a list of movies that I was like, these are all these movies that I need to obtain somehow. How do I do it? And there's a really funny one that I have to actually kind of open, where I was like deciding what movies I wanted to torrent when I was in college, and which ones I should just like kind of hold off on doing it.
Sure.
And there's a note here where I read Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and I say, I don't own this. So either I can torrent it or go to Maddie's very regularly.
That's right, because that was one of the first DVDs I ever bought with my own money. It was like that. I didn't have it at that point. I bought in high school. Mm-hmm. That's a double feature, I guess.
So I was very seriously contemplating. I was like, well, I don't own it, so
just go over.
I'll just go to Maddie's house every week. That's fine.
Yeah.
I can do that. I mean, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, let's talk about it, because, like, that's the first movie that I watched.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously, we've done a whole episode on it, so I don't think our opinion on it should come to...
the first movie I saw with him in it outside of Prince of Egypt. Like, I guess the first movie I saw with his face.
I think it might have been mine too.
Maybe Willow. I think I saw Willow in middle school, so it would have been Prince of Egypt, Willow, and then Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
This is the Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was like, hey, okay, what is Val Kilmer like if you pointed to me for a great many years and said like Val Kilmer, I'm like Gay Perry in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, a movie that no one has fucking seen.
Yeah,
this guy's very famous, and
every time I bring it up, people are like, "What?" And I'm like, "I swear to God, I'm gonna blow this bus up like I'm in Speed."
Yeah, and then people go, "What?" And then I'm like, well, okay, good. I've already locked the doors.
Yeah,
because I'm putting it on right now.
The Saw Trap.
You can't leave until you complete my Saw Trap of watching Kiss Kiss Bang
Bang with me.
It's a really beautiful thing that's been happening on Twitter in like, you know, celebrating his career has been people just posting Kiss Kiss Bang Bang clips
as they should.
Like, he's so fucking funny.
He's so funny.
It's very funny because like the clip that everybody always shows is of course
the definition of the word idiot, which you fucking are.
Yes, the whole scene.
Yeah.
And I'm just like watching it like, my God, it's so, every single line delivery that he has is just so incredibly perfect. It's so funny, everything that he does with it. Because he's so deadpan.
Yeah.
But also is able to, in that scene in particular, just kind of able to act losing it a little bit.
Yeah.
So wonderfully. Anyway, it's been really wonderful to have all these Kiss Kiss Bang Bang clips cross over my timeline. It's like one of the only good things I see on there anymore.
Also, we owe him for making Gay Perry gay.
We do, yeah.
We do.
Which I cannot imagine this movie without Perry being gay.
It would not be. It would not be as funny.
No.
Yeah.
Quit your gay job.
There are so many things that wouldn't be in there that
wouldn't hit the same.
It wouldn't be the same. I would, and you can cut this if we don't need me saying homophobic slurs on the podcast.
Okay.
I showed this movie to my roommates. And now occasionally one of them will just look at each other, but somebody will be like, "This isn't good cop, bad cop. It's faggot New Yorker." And like for whatever reason, like I feel like people watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and like. You will come away. Yeah, you will come away from that movie with like a line that becomes almost like there are so many like this is gonna become a vocal stim lines in that movie.
Yeah.
And God bless my roommate for whom it was. This isn't good cop, bad cop. It's faggot New Yorker. As opposed to
listen, every single vocal stim I have from that movie is his. I think. Like
I think so too.
Harry is the character who I'm like, ooh, whoops, that's me. Unfortunate. But Gay Perry is like every single line. The one that I think of all the time in every single context of everything is, okay, you have 30 of my fucking seconds, thrill me.
Yeah.
Like I think that line every single day of my life. Like when I'm starting a song and I'm like, okay, like a song I've never heard before. You have 30 of my fucking seconds, thrill me. You know, like every single line I think about is his, and it just like rolls it around in my little tumbler in my brain.
Yeah, his as stated, his inflection and his line delivery is all so fucking good. I think I talked about this in the Discord, but we recorded a Parascience on Monday, and he passed away that next Tuesday, and the date we were doing something with a lake, and I literally made a like, what are I gonna do? Drag the lake.
And I immediately was like, Matthew!
Drag
and of course
the
we
lake.
burst into giggles, and Ben, who has seen the movie and was just like, yeah, just putting up with us. Also the like, this is not exactly what I say, but it's the like someone talking and then you're just like, fuck off. So it's just a blow me. Here's this.
Yes.
Also, I do the hi. We are so incredibly lost.
I'm so incredibly lost.
I sometimes my brain sometimes I go like I'll do something stupid and I will hear Val Kilmer's voice saying, "Why in blue perfect hell would you put you on a corpse?"
Yeah. Why in the blue perfect hell would you be on a corpse?
I'm really just happy that movie
who
exists,
you
obviously. For so many reasons. One of which is that I would be a completely different and probably less obnoxious person without it.
Well, I don't know.
Well, maybe. But the other reason is just like I'm so happy that it's the two of them. I'm so happy that they have this like crazy chemistry in that movie.
Yeah.
I think that there's something really special about Val Kilmer's performance in that movie that is kind of been a through line of a lot of the stuff that I've watched him in recently, where like he's very, very cool. Like the one thing I'll say about Top Secret is like this is his first movie. He has these incredible dancing and singing skills, and he's basically playing like an Elvis offshoot. Basically, it's a spy parody, so it's kind of like this idea is like a parody of a kind of spy movie that maybe Elvis would have done when he was doing movies in the 50s.
That's
but it's
really
Val.
fun.
But it's set in like the 60s, and it's like the Cold War. And he does I want to say, there's like 3 big musical numbers where he's actually singing, actually dancing, and he's incredible to watch. He's so cool and so charismatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and
he draws your attention.
Yeah, he's like, whenever he's there, you can't take your eyes off him, And I feel like because he's so cool, there's some actors, some movie stars who are too cool, and you kind of look at them and you're like, there's nothing going on there. Not like you're not a person underneath there, but I just don't feel like you have the character underneath there. That's because, like, not to get into like acting stuff that you learn when you go to school for acting.
Yeah.
But like the whole idea that I really stick to, that I was taught when my first year of acting school, is like, a performance, a character is that you have the mask, and the moments of acting, it's like, I'm paraphrasing heavily, is like, when does the mask slip and when do you put it back on? What is the mask? What is underneath it specifically? Because it can be different things, and I think that he does a really wonderful job with these characters of like having this outward thing that he's able to maintain very convincingly because he just is so effortlessly cool. But then he has this kind of just this softer side or something coming through underneath. Maybe like in Heat, it's this kind of anger and like fear of losing his wife or something. And in Tombstone it's something different, which we'll get into. I think that like why I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang so much is that he is kind of like a dick a lot of the time, because he's just up above it all and he's trying to distance himself from anything. But I was like watching the rooftop scene in that, which is my favorite scene in the movie, and it's like he's really not a nice, he says I'm not a nice guy, like he's really bothered by the fact that like Harry's trust in him has been broken in that moment, and the fact that Harry trusted him at all is very disconcerting. And there's this kind of like thing that's kind of starting to break through in that, and now I'm probably, every time I watch the ending of that movie where they're walking together in the hospital and he says, "Don't steal any more shit, you're not a punk," I'm probably going to cry every single time I watch that now, because like it is just this really, okay, I'm finally seeing this the honest moment here for this character. That's why Gay Perry and Harry are soulmate.
It's that and the scene with the dad at the very end. Where he's still playing the like hard, like cold detective, but it is this line at the end where he says, big tough guy.
Big tough guy,
after, hitting this old guy and calling him an animal in a zoo. That it's just the like crack in the ceiling, seeing the like vulnerability within, taking vengeance for a dead girl who didn't deserve it.
Some things that actually do bother him.
He's so good. There's a note in here that one of y'all did that I wish he'd gotten to do more comedies, which is so fucking real. I think he got relegated in a lot of ways to guy who does a lot of action stuff. He has a lot of action stuff, and then he has the standouts that are like decidedly not that. And a lot of that is actually not, once again, we are the Mission Impossible girls. We are 1/3 of a girl, or whatever. We are 2/3 of a girl between the three of us. I'm not going to do that, Matt.
We make one girl.
Together we make one girl who's into
Mission Impossible girl. 8% chance. Who taught you math? Exactly.
Who taught you math?
Another thing I say to myself all the fucking time.
And so, obviously, I love action movies. As anyone who follows my letterbox, I love action movies. I love trash. I've seen all the Resident Evil movies, both live action and animated. But I love his stuff that is not just that. I wrote a bunch of notes about The Prince of Egypt here, which is one of my favorite animated movies. Makes me like my status if you cry every time. And I always forget it's him, because this is sometimes difficult in voice acting, and I think is sometimes not always asked, because Patrick Stewart's in that movie and you can tell, and I'm pretty sure in that case they were like, just do your thing, Pat. But with Val Kilmer, you don't really think about it, or at least I don't think about it being him until, for example, somebody fucking reminds you that's Val Kilmer, and you're like, oh shit, you're right. That he has a very good control of making his voice not sound like him, and instead sound like somebody else. And there's a difference also, because he voices Moses, and then in the Burning Bush scene, he is there's a bunch of voices kind of together, voicing God, but he's one of the standout voices, and it's as someone who's done a lot of scenes by themselves, unfortunately, where I'm playing two characters.
You keep doing this to yourself.
It sucks every fucking time, and there's times where I have to do different southern accents to myself.
Crying.
Because I'm stupid. But,
you're ambitious.
Thank you. It's hard to do. And obviously he's not doing it live, he's doing it in a booth, and so he's doing this at different times, but it's still hard to do, to make two more neutral voices sound different enough that you just don't think, that's a guy talking to himself. And it's easier because there's obviously the multiple voices of God. Me in theology class. It's really, really impressive. And watching it, I'm always surprised that he didn't go on to do more voice work, and I assume it was just probably a preference. But it's really incredible stuff, and I was talking in the Discord after he passed away about, like, I love him in Prince of Egypt. The burning bush scene makes me cry every time. And Ben just posted a link, like a clip of that, 3-minute scene, and I watched it and cried.
Yeah.
I was like, God, not me fucking crying in a 3.5-minute scene where it's a man talking to himself. And part of it is that movie is really just beautiful. And part of it is
gorgeous.
His performance is really quite incredible.
Yeah. He's not doing a voice, but he sounds elevating
like just a guy.
He just sounds like a dude. His speech is just kind of like elevated enough. Not elevated, but like, it's because he's one of the only Americans and that's like surrounded by British people before he like goes back to his people. So it's like Ray Fiennes, obviously Helen Mirren and Patrick Stewart. Right. So he's like the one American, but he's not doing
I think was a great choice.
But like he's not doing like a voice trying to sound that, but it is a kind of like sort of this guy's been raised as a prince,
right?
But then it sounds different enough from his own voice that you do honestly forget, and you're like, oh yeah, it's really impressive. It's really hard to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that movie. Can't wait to rewatch
that.
I know.
And not all screen actors are automatically good voice actors.
No,
so,
absolutely.
They're two very different things.
It's kind of nuts that he was just like, let me whip out this insanely good fucking voice acting performance just out of nowhere. You're like, God damn, okay.
Yeah.
Like, sure, why not?
Yeah. That movie is stacked, as we know, and it's stacked with people who are all doing a great job. Yeah. And he's appropriately the star in that movie. He does a really good job.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I just had another thought and it has escaped me. But, whatever. That's fine. I'm excited to rewatch that one, but that's one I have to prep for a little bit just because, as I said, I know there's going to be big boy tears. And also I'm going to have When You Believe stuck in my head for 3 days afterwards. So.
Sure.
It's the only thing that gets, the only Passover thing that gets stuck in my head worse than When You Believe. It's like, the difference is like, okay, cool. I would rather have When You Believe stuck in my head after Passover than fucking Dayenu stuck in my head after Passover. So I'm really glad that this is the tradition.
Yeah, that's so fair.
Like, one of these things is substantially more annoying than the other.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
I just realized Moses doesn't sing in that movie, does he?
He does, but in the he has his solo song, All I Ever Wanted.
Oh, that's
but
right.
it's not Val singing. It's some
which I was like, this is like Zac Efron in High School Musical 1, which I was like, he can sing, can't he?
Yeah, it's very confusing. It's kind of also like, Broderick and Lion King a little bit too. It was like, why are we? He's been on Broadway. Like, what are we doing?
What was the choice to dub here? I don't know. Clearly there was one. I remember. I was thinking about how it's so different to be on stage versus film versus voice acting. And he can do it all.
He can do it all. When I found out that I was looking at his credits, when I found out that he played Hotspur at the Delacorte back in the 80s. Girl. We need to go back. I don't know what to tell you. We need to go back.
Yeah.
Not like literally like in a weird metaphorical sense. I mean, literally, Ezra and I need to get a time machine.
Yeah, no, this is not Return with a V. This is theater time machine needed.
Yeah, we are going back, literally.
To see that, and that's
fucking
it. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I don't even give a shit who else is in it. And
I know, I literally don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care. I love Hotspur, and that's crazy good casting, and I want to see it.
This is the thing that I said earlier that I stand by. That one of my favorite things about, and I'm gonna go look up exactly what it is I said because I have 3 fucking brain cells at any given moment. My life is a shambles. I'm doing fine, but also my life is a shambles. Oh no, it's just that it's that one of my favorite things about Val Kilmer was the edge of danger that he could bring to his screen presence was just really it really just made you you couldn't stop watching him, often almost the way you don't want to take your eyes off of the predator animal.
Sure.
It was very, but in a sexy way, not in a threatening
very
way.
Much what he's bringing to Top Gun and Heat.
Yeah. It's just
Tombstone.
this sort of, and it's almost I don't know, it's not this sense of being in on the joke, although I do also feel like that is present, it was present in some of his stuff, where you watch it and you're he's simultaneously 100% genuine and also not taking himself too seriously.
Yeah.
But you feel like the not taking himself too seriously part is because there's this undercurrent of unpredictability. He was really good at, you were I have to keep watching him because I don't know, even if the character is really consistent, I still feel like I'm not sure what he's gonna do next. Even in fucking Willow, which is really doofy.
So
don't get me wrong, I love, I had a really good time. The last 20
very
minutes,
silly film.
The last 20 minutes of that movie is very bad. I'm sorry. The whole fight at the castle is other than the now I know where Peter Jackson got the old man fight from Fellowship of the Ring. There is a lot of Willow DNA in the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings films.
Not at all.
There really is.
We've been new.
I had never seen Willow until 2 days ago. Yeah, I never watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
This was totally unfamiliar to me. I didn't know anything about it. My new favorite choice of MacGuffin is actual human baby. Great idea.
Yeah, it's very funny.
And he's just the fight choreography in that movie sucks. It's really bad. And he sells it. And most of what he is doing is tossing his sword between his hands like a dipshit. And he still sells it.
Yeah.
I love this for him. It's fucking funny as hell. Anyway.
I saw that movie. I did not watch that movie as a child. I saw it in theaters back at the Hollywood a few years ago.
Amazing.
With a bunch of nerds who very clearly did watch it as a child. That was kind of an ideal way to experience it, I must say. I was there are parts of it where I was this is silly, but I was very swept up in the in the crowd.
I watched it in middle school during one of the fuck it, we're watching TV today days in my homeroom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which was also room full of middle schoolers, perfect in riding the high of we don't have to do school today. Perfect environment.
Yeah, I watched this at 34 years old, sitting on my couch on a work night.
Yeah, I didn't remember very much when I rewatched it again as an adult, but I was this is so fun. And you do see where Mr. Jackson got that Lord of the Rings DNA.
It's kind of incredible.
Peterino, yeah. But it's still charming on its own. You're right, the fight choreo sucks. But for some reason I was I want to double this movie with Lady Hawk, and I don't know why.
No, I know. I was literally thinking about Lady Hawk.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I was like, why do I want to double duty these movies?
It's because they are... There's a specific sensibility to 80s fantasy. And it's in the same thing if you read, like, B-grade fantasy novels from the 80s.
True.
That is, like, it's difficult to articulate, but it's very appealing. And I think part of it is that they're sort of... It's, like, before cynicism in speculative fiction became the order of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the 90s were... Whenever they fucking... I mean, it's not all Game of Thrones, but, like, you know, whenever the fuck they started publishing Game of Thrones, like, all of this where it was like, oh, we need to, like, revisit fantasy and start thinking about, like, cynical, grimdark shit or whatever, whereas, like, the 80s are... they're still, like... It's okay if this, like, visually looks like it's for children.
Yeah.
Even
they
if
all
it's...
have that specific color grading.
Yeah, they have a really
on.
specific color grading. Like, nobody cares about... Everyone's hair looks insane. Because it's the 80s. They all just have, like, insane 80s hair.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's wandering around in, like, weird kind of janky looking costume armor and, like, insane 80s perms. Like, it's great!
Yeah.
It's really endearing. And they're also, like... A lot of times they really still have, like, you would get, like, sex comedy elements in your fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Which is totally gone from 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And also, like, a lot of it is... This one, like, Willow not quite as much, but a lot of... It's, like, there's that DNA of, like, the like... I don't know, there's just, like, different sensibilities about, like, what, like, the attractiveness standards are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what makes people... What you want to see as, like, sexy or titillating is a little bit different.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I want to see Val Kilmer in a weird dress.
Yeah, Mad Mardigan,
Who doesn't?
Big Naturals, edit when? Where is it?
Yeah.
This is not the episode for me to go back and defend the Game of Thrones books. So we'll do that at a different time, not on a podcast. That's not...
Yeah.
Oh,
gonna
I'm
ever
not...
happen.
That's
I'm
not
not
beef.
dunking on... I don't even have beef with the Game of Thrones books. I enjoy them, they're fine. What I'm saying is, like, the idea that, like, what needed to separate fantasy for children from, like, what needed to separate out, like, fantasy for adults, as opposed to, like, this idea of, like, oh, well, yeah, there's fantasy for adults, but it's really fantasy for, like, you know, like, fucking underdeveloped man children or whatever. Like,
and to be clear...
Yeah.
Once they actually did make a show of it, that was the selling point for the first season of Game of Thrones, was like, it's like fantasy, but it's like good for adults.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not
just
Game
completely
of Thrones,
reductive and not even
books
what Game of Thrones is fucking about.
Fault that this is
that
both the show changed, like, how fantasy would be made in our current era, which once again I'm gonna blow up this bus like I'm in Speed. Or that the books would change how movies would be made. That's not Game of Thrones, the books' fault.
No.
But it is annoying.
And it's not just Game of Thrones, I'm just using that as a shorthand.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yes.
For, like... Anyway, yeah, Willow is great. Watch Warwick Davis be insanely charismatic and teach Val Kilmer the joys of being a good dad.
Yeah.
And he met his ex-wife on that movie set too. They were the love interests in that movie.
Just so cute.
Very adorable.
Yeah. Also, just turn it off before you get to the final battle. It doesn't fucking matter, and it's interminable. I think I was also just tired.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This Predator thing that you're talking about with him, this kind of like danger thing. I was watching that clip from Top Gun. Where Iceman and Maverick meet at the bar, and that's exactly it. I love the interview he does where he's talking about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and he's like, yeah, that was the first role I played where I played some might say that was not my first role where I played a gay man. Some might say that was Top Gun. And it's literally like, I love that he does have the awareness of that, because that scene where they meet is like oh, wow, he's going to, what's going on there? Ice? What's going on? Because it's like this thing of immediately want, like, this energy, this attachment to him that's crazy. And reading that story about how he made a scavenger hunt thing on the set of Top Gun for Tom Cruise as a way to, like, break the ice, where he bought him a bottle of champagne and then made him go through this fucking scavenger hunt. And it didn't, like, Tom did it because that's what he does. But it didn't work, and breaking the ice is kind of the exact same energy that is in these scenes of, like, him just projecting this insane, there's no other way to say it, like, homoerotic, like, just energy at him. Maverick is like, I am one with my plane. I am one with the plane, and I'm also gay for Goose. And it's that's why it's such a crazy movie, because it is, as we've talked about, or as that Tumblr post I posted talked about, there's a lot of disparate interests at work in this film of people, the director, Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, the producers, the executives, like, all wanting it to be made for different reasons. And thank God that Tony Scott was behind it, because that's the reason that it looks as good as it does. But it's just so funny watching all of those things compete on the big screen. God, Iceman is so, I'm like, there's something wrong with you, baby girl. Very much is the energy that I'm getting from Ice. In that,
so true. Yeah.
Ugh. I kind of need to find the clip now. I need to post it in the chat when we're done here, because It's crazy. It's crazy. And the way that it's shot, and the way that it's written, and the way that it's directed is also crazy. I want to be clear. It's not just him. Like, I know it's shot like a traditional kind of, like, rivals meeting. Oh, for the first time, rivalry. But it doesn't come across that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's all of the Top Gun, like just knowing everything I know about Top Gun after the fact culturally that's affecting my perception of it. But that is not how it is read to me, baby. There's something happening in that scene. After that, the rest of that movie. I'm so excited to watch Top Gun with you, Ezra.
I'm very excited to experience this madness for myself.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's see if we can find the clip now.
I'm gonna have to be like, all right, well, I'm experiencing temporary Top Gun madness. Don't worry about it, it'll pass.
I'm excited to also rewatch it and experience Top Gun madness again.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it on DVD.
The first time. Hell yeah.
Just like, I got it for like $2 in a thrift store. I was like, I'm gonna want to watch this eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know. I just, yeah. He had the screen presence of, it's like a very, like, it seems like he was a really great scene partner in a, like, give as good as you get kind of way. Like, in a way that's like it's a yes and, but it's like a dare. I don't know. I feel like a lot of his really good roles are him.
Which is why he was such a good match for Tom Cruise.
Yeah, where you're like, oh, the two of you are just gonna egg each other on until one of you, like, fucks a plane and then explodes.
Dude, there's
as far as I can tell.
Going around about how Val Kilmer, one of you might, let's see if I can find it, because it got posted in one of my many chats. The, like, fucking saw trap he made for Tom to be like, let's make him feel like one of the crew.
It's crazy.
Oh, here we go. Man. My favorite moment between us was a small prank at which I gave him an extremely expensive bottle of champagne, but placed it in the middle of a giant field and made him follow scavenger hunt style clues to find it. I invited Bleacher and watched him lug the giant crate to his motorcycle. He never did thank me for the Iceman style bit. Presumably because he just, like, didn't even think about it. Can't believe he was 22 at the time. That's so funny. Tom Cruise being 22 at the time.
I think the follow-up tweet to that also got me, where he was just like, Tom saw an obstacle course, he saw a scavenger hunt, he was like, I will do what needs to be done to complete this task. He didn't even think about, like,
at Hacker
kissing his beautiful coworker.
On Twitter, 22-year-old Tom Cruise busy nonstop with becoming a movie star and never available to hang, always isolating himself, rewriting the Top Gun script with tears as ink, sleeping 1 minute a day when his beautiful coworker he barely talks to sets up a scavenger hunt. Well, someone has to do it.
Tom Cruise strikes me as one of those people who's effectively like a working breed dog. If you don't give him a task, he'll make his own.
Kinda. Also, can I just share with you, I'm sorry, listeners, this is an audio medium, but this promo pic for Top Gun, girl, like the pose,
yes, the hip
Jesus,
it's just like, oh,
the cheap
bones.
Why shoulder to waist ratio?
I know.
Literally.
He's like a Barbie.
Like, I know it's the pose, but he has, like,
it is the pose.
proportions going on here.
He literally looks like a Ken doll.
He's built like a quarterback. I was thinking that watching Top Secret, I was like, his shoulders are insane. And it's so fun. I mean, let's get into it. Like, Tombstone.
Let's get into kind of
Tombstone time.
Tombstone.
He did the method actor thing where he's like, okay, this guy's dying of tuberculosis. I'm going to lose a little bit of weight for this. He's gonna literally get tuberculosis. He's still huge. Like, his shoulders are still like my God. But I do want to read this quote from him, which I think is from his memoir, where he said, one way or another, Americans have to deal with the West and its glorious, sordid, sadistic past. We fought lawlessness to create an even more lawless law, and one that excused and perpetuated genocide. Even today, this gun-obsessed nation that we love remains mired in a dilemma centered on pistols and rifles with romantic ties to our murderous pasts. We love Westerns. We learn everything from Westerns and yet learn nothing from them. We continue killing ourselves in an unconscionable way. That's why when I had the chance to play Doc Holliday, I grabbed it. Like, okay, King, go off.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's kind of like, that's the appropriate read for Tombstone. He's watching this movie again, I think it is, and like, I know a lot of stuff was happening behind the scenes of like, I'm not sure who was in charge of directing this ship, but like there were some weird editing things that were happening. I think it is mostly just okay. I think that it looks incredible. And it's got an obviously stacked cast just across the board. But there's always something that seems to me a little bit like, I'm not sure if it fully just like, it seems in some ways almost kind of reactionary to me, weirdly, which is weird because I don't know if that's actually what it's going for, but that's what it comes across. So to me, Val Kilmer is the best part of that movie for me. Whenever he's on screen, I'm like, yay! And he does look just so sick, right?
He literally looks like he's dying. And I have not seen anything else that has made... Shout out to the makeup team, because they make him look like he is going to collapse at any second.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anything like it in any other movie. It's kind of freaky to look at.
Yeah, you are watching this movie like, do I need to be concerned that human actor is legit dying?
Did they win an award for makeup that year? Because they should have.
I can't remember what that movie was nominated for and not nominated for. I know that he didn't get a supporting actor nomination because...
Which is a crime, I would say. Just...
And like, you know my opinion about the Oscars, and I don't hold a lot of like...
I think they know all of our opinions about the Oscars at this point.
Yeah. Like, it's, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. But also, it's like I was looking at who was nominated that year, and that was the year that Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive beat out Ralph Fiennes for Schindler's List, which apparently is something that a bunch of Oscar voters this year forgot happened, which is why they didn't vote for Ralph Fiennes, because they're like, he already has an Oscar. Fucking idiots. But, like, it's a pretty stacked category. I'm just double checking who else was in it really quick. It's the two of them and John Malkovich in A Line of Fire, which is kind of funny. Oh, and Pete Postlethwaite in The Name of the Father, which is an incredible performance.
Oh,
so, like,
yeah.
Right? I mean, it's Pete Postlethwaite, who's just
that guy
amazing.
Oh my god, he was fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's an extremely good actor, extremely moving in that movie, kind of the heart of that movie, I would say. So very deserved. And then there's little Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, a movie where I believe
that's right.
he is playing a mentally disabled character as well. So that's cool and fun.
Yes.
So I'm like, keep the kid out of the picture. Like, boot this guy. He's going to have so many more chances at getting that gold. Eventually, he's going to get it. Why is he in this category with all of these Tommy, Rafe, John, Pete? Like, oh, and Leonardo.
It's
like, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Like, I watched, The Quick and the Dead recently, obviously, as you know, loved it, really liked him in it, thought he was quite good, actually. I was like, shit, is this my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio performance? I would prefer, if he had been nominated for The Quick and the Dead, if that had come out the same year, I would have been like, you know what, tis what tis. I'm not gonna fight it. But this just makes me angry. And Val Kilmer's performance in Tombstone is such a fucking slam dunk of a supporting character that just is like a true supporting performance, but absolutely steals every single scene that he's in, and is doing that thing that you were talking about earlier, Zia, as we mentioned, the kind of like, what's going on under there? He's so like kind of blasé, kind of a smart aleck, kind of a little bit flippant. He's a man who's like 2 inches from death. And he just kind of walks around like he has nothing to lose. But then you see like these moments, like when he's like, when Wyatt Earp's, when Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp says, you don't have to be a part of this. Like, this doesn't involve you. And he says, that's a hell of a thing for you to say to me. Like, there is this reason that he's involved in this. And
because he's walking around telling himself he has nothing left to lose. Like, that's a lie he's telling himself alongside everybody else. And it's like, and you can see all of it. Like, you can see all of that happening in that performance. If he wasn't in that movie, there would be no fucking reason to watch the movie.
Literally.
Like, it would be completely forgettable without his performance.
Yeah, he brings kind of, he's the heart of it again, too. I think he brings something extra to it. Yeah. He's also, I mean, I've already talked about, like, how hot I find him in this part.
Yeah, look, he's unfortunately the thing is that he's really hot in Tombstone.
Listen, my Letterboxd review, I was just like, oof, damn, I'm revealing some stuff. I did find out that the MTV Movie Awards nominated him this year for Most Desirable Male, which is a crazy category that only really existed for about 5 years. They also had a Most Desirable Female award. Don't worry, gender equality.
Women stay winning.
It is. Women stay winning. It's we'll share the women's list sometime. It is the truly most 90s list imaginable, as is the Most Desirable Male list of the 5 or 6 years they had this award. He was nominated for this. So shout out to MTV Movie Awards for understanding me. He was nominated again 3 years later for Batman Forever. When Tombstone came out, he was beat by William Baldwin, which, like, fucking get real.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a Baldwin, that's all. He's just like one of the forgettable Baldwins.
I tend to forget all of the Baldwins if at all possible, so
good for you. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Shit right I don't like Alec Baldwin.
I don't either. There's the one
like as a performer, I just find him off-putting.
John Carpenter's Vampires, who I didn't realize was a Baldwin for most of the movie until I looked him up. And I was like, this guy's handsome, but, like, why do I know him? And it was because he's a Baldwin and he has the Baldwin face. And I was like, oh.
He's got the Baldwin face, yeah. He was in this movie called Silver, which, with Sharon Stone, and they were both, that was the movie that won this year for Most Desirable Male, and I think she won Most Desirable Female, or she was nominated or something, which, like, hate that word somewhat. Like, just like, hearing it, which makes me think of...
No, it's pretty cursed.
It's like, female. Or I think of that line from Henry V, talking about the line of descent at the beginning of the play.
No!
That's like, because that's where my brain goes.
No, I don't want to think about the...
Listen,
no!
I'm just telling you, that's where my mind goes. The right of the female.
Just me, my brain, the law of Salic, which they have... No!
Salic law. That's how I know. That's the only reason I know
on things.
what Salic law is. But yeah, the year that he was nominated for Batman, Brad Pitt beat him in 7. And it couldn't be me, but it makes a little bit more sense.
Could be me.
I just want to say, tangent here, looking at this award, because like, fuck the Oscars forever. We're not doing that anymore. We're only going to talk about MTV Movie Awards. So Keanu Reeves and Christian Slater were nominated for this award 3 times, and Keanu won for Point Break. Kevin Costner, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Tom Cruise were all nominated twice. All 3 male leads from Interview with the Vampire were nominated. So Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, and Tom Cruise. No nomination for Antonio Banderas, even though he was nominated the next year for Desperado, which is fair because he's very hot in Desperado and kind of looks a little bit weird in Interview with the Vampire. He's just really pale. Brad Pitt, out of all of the men from Interview with the Vampire, won Most Desirable Male Award, which does not
He looks like he's dying, but not in a sexy Tombstone way.
It's nothing that he does in that movie is sexy.
That is like the least attractive Brad Pitt has ever been to me. It is
literally.
Yeah.
Importantly, listeners, the notes on this describe him as because he quote looks and acts like a wet sock in that film. I don't know which one of you came up with wet
great.
sock, but that's
Helena.
so good.
It was not
that was me. Yeah, I have very strong opinions about his performance.
No, that was just really evocative. I had to call that one out.
I have not seen that movie since Z and I watched it together, and that's fine. And I just so distinctly remember being so disappointed in Brad Pitt.
I would like to watch it again because I know that we watched it, and that is one of the things that got eaten by the depression haze.
I'd like to watch it again now that I'm cruise pilled.
This is the thing.
Me too, actually.
As we've talked about, I'm sure before, the thing that just makes it even more egregious is that Brad Pitt is not acting in that. Like, he thinks he's acting, but he's not acting in that movie, and Tom Uffy over here is just throwing fucking heaters left and right.
He has put his full pussy into it.
Literally. So that's just like the pain of watching that, of watching this guy just like kill it, and this other guy just kind of be like, I'm here and I'm depressed. It's like, God, shut up.
Go home.
We can't even get into it.
Me too, man. Me too, but fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, Louis is so unbearable in the books already that you're just kind of like, okay, make him interesting. And in the show, Jacob Anderson makes him extremely compelling. He is my baby girl. Love him. He's great in it. Brad Pitt is just like, I don't... Anyway, I'm not gonna... Ugh.
Yeah, this is not an Interview with the Vampire episode, but just so everyone knows, we hate Brad Pitt in it.
We hate Brad Pitt in it.
This is the official stance of Steve on the movies.
He's so bad in that movie.
Yeah. And he's really great in Ocean's 11, so go watch Ocean's 11 instead.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like he is incapable of giving good performances.
He's not! He can do it! He's so good at Fight Club! Anyway.
God.
I would like to add briefly here, it was noted, I wish Val was in a John Carpenter movie, and this is another one of the things where, like, I wish I could open the sliding door to the alternate timeline and have them pass me a movie where Val Kilmer is in the third Escape from Whatever movie, and he's Snake Plissken's Evil Ex. Okay.
Oh, yes!
You're a genius. You're a genius.
Escape from...
good.
a different... I wrote in the doc Escape from Detroit, but that sounds like an awful idea, so... Escape from Philadelphia.
It sounds like an amazing fucking idea. Escape from Philadelphia just sounds like a Bruce Springsteen song, which is, like, to be fair, like, okay.
That's fair. Escape from Seattle.
Escape from Detroit sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, I wish we lived in the universe where Kurt and Val were in Escape from Detroit together.
Listen, get it
and
done.
Val Kilmer was the bad guy in that movie, and they had all the
I'm gonna make it happen.
sexual tension. Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
That's another
So
one
sad.
where I think I have on at least one occasion looked at Kurt Russell and gone, "That's Val Kilmer, right?" Look, all three of these men function. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of like strong movie associations, or I didn't used to have a lot of strong movie associations with either Kurt Russell or Patrick Swayze, and they both are kind of just like, you know, like bit
handsome.
large, you know, generically handsome.
Excuse me, they have
tanned
entirely
white men.
different haircuts.
Not in everything, though.
Val Kilmer mostly had short hair.
Val Kilmer did mostly have short hair, but like there was something. I think I just was
Patrick
like,
Swayze and Kurt Russell often had similar hair.
Patrick Swayze and Kurt Russell did actually like look fairly similar to me, but for some reason, because I didn't really like have a good mental image of either of them for a long time, because I just like hadn't really seen very many movies they were in. I really think for like a while there, my brain was just like mapping Val Kilmer on.
You were like, I'm just gonna pick one of them.
You're just
I'm
putting
like,
him in all
quick,
of
which one of them's in Roadhouse?
I kind of love that.
Yeah. All of which would have been great. I just like, I'm thinking back and going, you know, I think 15 years ago, if you had pointed to me and gone, "Who's the guy in Escape from New York?" I might have gone, "Isn't that Val Kilmer?"
Yeah, as I'm gonna postulate. That's how you say that word, right? Yeah, totally. My question from 30 seconds ago, which one of them is in Roadhouse?
Well, Val.
That...
Hell, I'm not asking you, Ezra, which one of them is in Roadhouse?
Patrick Swayze's in Roadhouse. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whew, we had you really got me going.
Good job.
For a second there.
Good
I was
job.
Thinking,
which one's in Dirty Dancing?
Which one's in Dirty Dancing?
That one's, again, also Patrick Swayze. I have actually seen Dirty Dancing.
I think the first movie
which one's in Escape from New York?
God damn it.
Kurt. I think the first movie I saw Kurt Russell in was the fucking Stargate movie. Sorry, I can't bear it. It's killing me.
Oh my god. The Stargate movie.
Oh, the Stargate movie.
Yeah,
I was talking about...
I haven't thought of in a really long time.
I was literally talking about that movie with a friend last week.
Every day. Every day I think about it. Every day I think about James Spader's stupid little haircut.
We finished last week playing Yuppie Psycho with some friends, and there's a character that's literally based off James Spader. And my friend, I watched the Stargate movie with these friends, and I was like, yeah, dude, that's James Spader. And my friend was like, I don't know who you're talking about. And I was like, he's in the Stargate movie. My friend was like, oh! I was like, why is that your point of reference?
No, I love that. I think that's incredible, to be clear. Incredible stuff.
This is my friend who's like the peak of gaming is fucking Quake. So...
Sure. I mean, listen, his swagless whimsy has bewitched and captivated me in that movie.
So true.
As in all films.
I've not seen Pretty in Pink, but this particular character's sprite was based off him in Pretty in Pink.
Oh, he's so hot in Pretty in Pink.
I need to see it. I also keep forgetting he's in Crash.
Oh my god, he's so fucking hot in that too! God, he's so gender in that movie for me.
That's fair.
He's not gender in Pretty in Pink. He's one of her three. He's not an actual love interest. He's just this hot
He's kind of
yuppie
gender in Stargate.
He's very gender in Stargate.
He's got the same swagless whimsy as fucking Hooper from Jaws.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
So right.
He's got the glasses.
The swagless scientist, yeah.
I do love that they gave, like, the first season or so of Stargate, they gave Daniel that same haircut, and then they were like,
we can't do this anymore, man.
We can't do this anymore. He somehow could pull it off. I think we just need to free your face a little bit to that poor actor.
I am realizing that I should go look through some old pictures, because I think I have ended up with the Daniel from Stargate hair before.
Yes.
That sounds right.
Feels kind of appropriate.
Yeah.
That's one of those,
your hair is often curlier when you do the perm, but it's the same shape.
True. I think there's some ones from before I started regularly perming my hair where it was kind of floppy like that, and I'm just like, gender.
Mm-hmm. You too could be James Spader in the Stargate movie.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll end up. What I'm shooting for really is Hooper from Jaws. So we'll see. We'll see what the testosterone does.
Yeah, we'll see where the winds take us. Okay. Do we have anything else?
I mean, Heat.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Heat is fucking good.
Great movie.
He is not obviously the lead in that movie.
He's on the poster though.
We're referencing an interview where he says that was, or it's like a Reddit AMA where he was like, I can't believe I was on the fucking poster.
Yeah.
He has a small role, but by God is it mighty. And somehow he pulls off that awful ponytail.
Oh, I know. It should not.
It
so
bad, but I'm still like, yeah, it would.
Crime, but he makes it work because
he does.
He's
a
guy
the man had a lot of sex appeal.
He did.
Like, just end of story. Like, he was a very hot man.
He did rock the ponytail a few times.
True.
I know he was doing it in the MacGruber movie.
What?
And he's also doing the MacGruber movie where he plays the bad guy.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Which I still haven't seen. I do want to. I'm sorry, Will Forte. I will watch it one day. And I think, and also of course the epilogue to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
That's right.
True.
Oh god, that one I like less because the facial hair does not work for me with the ponytail.
No,
that was sad, but that's okay.
It was a choice. It was certainly a choice.
You know, it made him look gay. I look at that man and I think, yeah, gay. So,
and in the end, that's what really
matters. That's what matters. That doesn't. That got too far to lose it all. Go watch Heat.
Heat. It's a great movie.
Obviously, there's a lot of great movies, and we've recommended most of them before. Just let me look you in the audio eyes. What a bad phrase I just said. Go watch Heat.
Watch Heat.
Yeah, like, no,
I told my coworker
though.
that I was watching Heat, and he was like, oh. He was like, the thing is, any night that you go home and be like, it could be any day of the year, and you could be like, I'm gonna watch Heat, and every single day will be a good day to watch Heat.
Yeah.
And I just want to impart that wisdom to you all listening now as well.
It's so true.
It's every day is a good day to watch.
Every day is a good day to watch Heat.
You may think, what, isn't it almost 3 hours long? What? So,
and it's a time. It's a 3 hours
anyway.
Well worth spent.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like 3 hours, I'll tell you that much. It feels like I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm about to cry, too, also. That.
Oh my god, the fucking ending scene makes you want to die.
Listen.
So good. And also,
I did almost cry a few months ago watching it with my parents. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the Val Kilmer's final scene in that movie is also so heartbreaking. We'll not go into details for spoiler reasons, but
yeah. I similarly won't spoil this scene also, even though it's been out for a while.
I want everybody to go into Heat without any knowledge or expectation. Just go in. It's a cops and robbers movie, but like elevated beyond all expectation.
Yeah. Pop poetry.
Yeah.
It's
a Michael Mann flick.
It's a Michael Mann flick.
What else could you want?
Double feature it with Manhunter, and maybe you'll maybe you'll feel better.
Maybe you'll fucking understand.
Maybe you'll fucking understand. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this guy.
Yeah,
I really liked him as an actor, and I really wish that, like, he'd gotten to do a little bit more stuff, and that his illness hadn't prevented him from working as much as it did.
Yes.
I'm glad that he got to come back for Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that made me cry, LOL.
Yeah. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, and
I'm gonna be extremely normal about that.
Even just think when they told, like, I heard about that, I was like, God, fuck my gay life.
Yeah, it's like they're friends. While I was looking for that quote from this video from Top Gun that I posted in the chat of Ice and Maverick just having a completely normal interaction. Yeah. I found a quote actually that I want to see if I can find again about that they were just like so happy to like be doing it again because for Top Gun initially like Val Kilmer was a little bit hesitant to do that because he's like, I don't really like warmongering movies. I don't like movies about that.
Right, he got bullied into it.
He got bullied into it by Tom, basically. Tom Cruise says, this is from the Top Gun Maverick production notes, Tom Cruise says, on the first Top Gun, I was desperate that Val played Iceman, but at first he didn't want to do it because he was starring in his own movies. But he was so perfect for that role, so Tony Scott had to go and pursue him. In fact, I remember calling my agent at the time. I think she represented Val. I said, look, what do I need to do to get Val on this movie? And Kilmer was like, I'd only played leads, even in the theater and the 2 films I had done, but Tony was so enthusiastic, and yada, yada, yada. And they said it was just, like, so fun, full of life, pure joy. And when Val finally committed, Tom saying, I remember the 4 of us in the office, me, Jerry Bruckheimer, these guys who were producers, and Tony Scott all high-fiving. On Top Gun Maverick, on this one, I wanted Val to be in it, and he wanted to be in it. He was on the internet saying, I am ready for Top Gun. I wanted this movie to be a progression of their relationship, and working with him again was so special. Playing scenes again, me and Val, just sitting down with him was really emotional. Fun, too. We laughed like children after most takes, adds Kilmer. We hadn't seen each other for many years, and it was amazing how quickly we got caught up. Also, perhaps the euphoria of now having our characters be friends. We were just so energized. Tom brings that out in people. I'm very normal about it.
Yeah.
He's just what a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish that, as I said, I wish that I've gotten to see more, and I'm excited that there's a bunch of his movies that I haven't seen yet too. Because that means
Batman Forever, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to
iconically
I'm excited to watch Val Kilmer play Batman.
But I'm excited to watch him play Batman.
Special stuff.
Yeah, excited to watch The Doors. There's so much.
Mm-hmm. Excited to watch MacGruber.
My dad wants to watch The Doors.
I'm excited to watch
that
Mars movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will report back when I inevitably get stoned and watch The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Great, we can each pick a bad Val Kilmer movie and report back.
I might join you on Dr. Moreau, honestly.
See, that's one of those things where, like, that's just going to be an excuse for me to get zooted and be annoying about how hot I think David Thewlis is. I don't even know who fucking plays in that movie. Let's go.
Yeah, he might be covered in special effects makeup in that movie, so just, you might not
keep your expectations
his
low.
Beautiful Weasley face. That I love so very dearly.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely down. I'm down for a Top Gun rewatch.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, oh my god. Oh, with the glasses? Fucking kill me.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. We're looking at a picture of Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise.
Z and I in perfect unison. The glasses. Val Kilmer is wearing glasses in this photo.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has horrible bangs.
He looks like a 12-year-old.
He looks like he's dressed up for
junior
middle school dance.
Yeah.
God bless his heart.
Kill me.
I hate to break this to you, posting a new picture in the chat. Val Kilmer also wears glasses when he's playing Bruce Wayne.
Hello.
Posting a picture of that.
As a lifelong Batman fan,
to pictures on this audio medium.
I know I might have to use one of these for the podcast image. As a lifelong Batman fan and Bruce Wayne defender, uh-oh.
I love
We're talking about it today
so much, Benny.
I love the idea of a blonde Bruce Wayne. That's so fucking funny. And they were like, fuck it.
Good.
It's Val Kilmer. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
And
it's so funny that, like,
Val Kilmer
actor
who
after
looked
actor.
fine with dark hair. Like, he looks
Yeah.
perfectly normal in Willow with dark hair.
And they were like, no.
They could have just done it. They're
He's
like, no,
blonde.
He's gotta be blonde. He's gotta be himbo.
He has to be a blonde himbo.
He's obviously by,
obviously
he
bi.
does this movie, and he's replaced by George Clooney in the following film.
Right.
I want to say that George Clooney is not good in the next Batman movie that follows this one, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Batman Forever, I'm not going to pretend like it's a perfect film.
No.
I was fascinated by the fact that it is essentially a movie about how the Riddler is, like, in love with Batman, and it makes him crazy.
As it should be.
Yeah. But, like, I think he's a really good Batman, Val Kilmer, I think.
I'm a fan of any Batman movie that has the Riddler, as opposed to the fucking Jonker for the millionth time, so.
The Jonker.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of his stupid ass!
I can't say it normal now, Matthew. I hope you know that.
Yeah!
My other
victory.
favorite story from the set of Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Some of you may know what I'm about to say.
I don't.
Because it's Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and it's Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
Oh god,
and
that's right. I also love Two-Face.
One day, Jim Carrey went up to him and he was like, "Hey, man," and Tommy Lee Jones was like,
"Oh yes,"
looks just so despondent.
Yes.
Went up to him and he like hugged him, and he was like, "I can't stand you. I hate you so much."
This is Tommy Lee Jones
like,
to
whoa.
Jim Carrey.
What's up, man? Is there something that I did? And he's like, he said, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery."
Yep. I forgot that was from Batman Forever.
Sanction.
So funny.
I think about it.
Your buffoonery.
I cannot sanction your buffoonery. Oh god, that movie gave us so much we didn't even know.
No.
We didn't even know what we had.
I think that is a perfect note to end on. I may titled that this episode, "I Cannot Sanction Your Buffoonery," I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Thanks for sanctioning our buffoonery, listeners.
Yeah. And thank you, Val, for just sanctioning your own buffoonery.
That's right.
On screen and off, for being an amazing comedic actor and a really funny guy. Just a really funny, odd, quirky guy. And really embracing that. I think that's really beautiful. And
thanks for being in so many roles that were so influential, both culturally and to me personally.
Yeah. Don't know where I'd be without Gay Perry.
Literally,
truly.
I was like,
I have no
movie
idea.
Changed my
Who
life.
would I be?
And I will not pretend that's not true. So, thanks, man.
Yeah.
We'll miss you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the outro, which feels so weird after having a heartfelt moment, but I'm gonna do the outro now. Thanks for hanging out with us. Fuck my life. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Sneople the Movies from the Infinity Break Network. Check out infinitybreak.net for more awesome content, and come chat with us on the Infinity Break Discord. You can find it at bit.ly /I Infinity T Talks. You can also shoot us an email at sneepleatthemovies@gmail.com. If you got a subject you want to hear us talk about, movie you think we absolutely need to see, or have a favorite Val Kilmer story to share. Our The Oskies?
Yeah, Oskies.
I wrote this outro and I'm so sorry.
The Oskies?
The Oskies.
Dovinky? Our Oscar-worthy music was done by Johnny Ronaldo. You can find hanging out in our Discord or streaming on Thursdays at twitch.tv/Infinity Break Gaming. Our glorious Technicolor logo was designed by Bethany Luthold. We've given out her URL previously. I believe it is out of date. I will get that updated in our outro as soon as I can. My apologies. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a review on iTunes and share so with your friends, your enemies, and your partners in crime. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the movies. Fuck my life, that was so hard. We got there.
We're here.